You know it's bad if I got the whole easel and pen and calculator out about it. So I just got off the phone with this potential client. He called me and he really just wanted to know our fees. He was asking right off the bat what our fees are. So he really thinks that, I guess, the only thing different about property managers is what they charge. So we talked a little bit and I found out he's got a double property, so 2 units in one. And because I know the kind of property it is, I know what kind of market rent it should be getting, which is about $1,000 a side. But this client says he's only getting $700 a side. Now he said he's happy with that. He says that is his strategy for keeping tenants in place long term. Now, if you want to hear about the dumbness of that decision, watch my other videos. But suffice it to say, just from a self-preservation standpoint, I thought I'm going to take you through this math and let you see just how short-sighted this problem is. So we've got 2 different scenarios here. This is how the property is currently running. This is how One Focus would run it with the property at market rent with qualified tenancy and no deferred maintenance. So you'll see the monthly rent on his plan, $1,400, 2 sides, 700 times 2. Our plan, $2,000. Now, the management fee he's paying his current manager is 8%. He also thinks that's too high. Well, guess what? My management fee is 11%. You see here, he's paying his manager $112 a month, where if we were receiving this market rent, we'd be getting paid $220 a month, almost twice as much as his current manager. But we would also be much more productive. And you can see the net rent figures here. We're at $1,288 under his scenario and $1,780 a month under ours. Now that is a difference of 38%, and on an annual basis is almost $6,000. $6,000 would pay the taxes more than twice on this property. Would probably halfway upgrade one of the units. It would probably almost put a whole roof on it. So when we don't charge market rent because we are being lazy or we're following the advice of low-cost discount property managers and realtors, then we are not doing what we need to be doing for continuity of the business. This is why I buy properties that are undervalued when people have owned them for a long time, they've charged under market rent, and then eventually when that tenant leaves, they have a unit that is in complete tatters. They must completely renovate it and they have no capital reserves because they haven't been charging appropriately. They think when they cover their taxes, insurance, and mortgage that that's all they have the right to do on that property. And the truth is you need to charge a profit margin, not to line your pockets necessarily, although you do deserve a return for the investment that you've made. You need to charge market rent and have reserves set back for when costs increase, for when maintenance is needed, and for when capital improvements and renovation is needed, because we're buying holders. We're going to hold this property for a long time. We need to have the reserves that'll take care of it. Don't be like this guy who called me. Look how short-sighted this guy is. He thinks he's got a bargain because he's got the cheapest property manager he can find. He's leaving 38% of his monthly potential income on the table, and he's not only doing that to himself, but he's setting it up so that when he sells this property, it's worth only about 60% of what it should be. Because that, my friends, when you have income property and you don't properly have it performing, it affects the value of the property severely.